Okay, today we're going to be taking a little break from the 03YZ250F and focusing on the Altima. I've got to do rear brakes. I've got to do rotors and pads. As you can see, there's some pretty rough scoring going on. The other side is not bad, but I'm going to go ahead and do both sides since they're pretty cheap. The pads themselves are actually not worn down, but there's a defect in them that's causing that scoring. I've already taken them off and looked, and it's pretty ugly. So this was the squeaking that I did a video a while back. This brake was squeaking and it just couldn't stop, so obviously there's something wrong with that pad. But then I took it off and sure enough. So I'm going to go ahead and replace both sides. This car is actually going to be turned in a couple of months, so I didn't get anything great. I just got the $24 one, so we're going to show you how to replace the rear rotors on an Altima. So anyway, sorry about that little rant. First thing you want to do is, if you do not have an impact wrench, you'll want to loosen up the lug nuts and then jack it up. So I'm going to go ahead and jack it up, and again, be sure to use jack stands. Can never be too safe. So I'm going to go ahead and jack it up and take the wheels off, or take this wheel off at least, and we'll be back when I get to that point. Okay, once you got the wheel off, what you'll need to do is two 14mm bolts here. Use a socket on the top. Bottom, you'll have to use an open-ended wrench or something like a gear wrench because you've got this in the way. So just like in the brake videos, as far as changing the pads and whatnot on the front, you'll have to do the same thing here. So basically we're going to be taking the caliper off by doing that. I'll go ahead and loosen these all the way up and take it off, and we'll move on to the next step. Okay, once you've got the caliper out of place, there are two. We get in here. There's one, two, and there's the other one down here. Two 19mm nuts that you're going to have to take, or bolts you're going to have to take off. So go ahead and take those off, and that will actually get the entire bracket here off for the caliper. So that's what holds this whole rotor on. So we'll go ahead and do that and we'll move to the next step. Okay, once you've got the 2 bolts out, be careful of your line here. It just pulls right off. Next thing you can do is just pull the entire assembly off right there. And be sure to secure your brake pad there, or your caliper, I'm sorry. And here it is right here. We're just laying it on the arm there. So next thing you want to do is put you in the tripod here. Okay. Sorry about that. Should have had you in there before. So simply pull off the old rotor. And look at your parking brake. This one looks good. Maybe check your wheel bearings. These feel good. Okay, sorry about that. I wanted to get you in the tripod there. Cut it off. Next thing you want to do is on your old rotor, there's a little grommet, which I've already put in this other one. I didn't actually film it. Thought I had got it filmed. But it's right here. It's stuck in there like such. You can see that. It's right here. So you can push it out through the inside, outside with a screwdriver, however you want to do it. Push it out and simply pop it into the new rotor. Just pushes in. It's a little grommet. It's for checking your rear parking brake. So once that's done, pretty much everything is in reverse. Put your rotor on. Sorry about that. And then we'll put the bracket back on, and then before we do that, we're going to actually adjust the rear caliper. We're putting new pads on, so we're going to have to adjust it. And we'll come right back and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, I'd like to apologize for the lighting in here. We've got 4 lights, but this particular area of the garage is not that bright. So you essentially need to push the piston into the caliper because it's spread out for an older pad. So just take an old pad, and I've done this in all my other videos if you've watched them. Got plenty of brake videos out there. Seems like I'm always doing a brake job. And then take a C-clamp. And then simply push it in. And if your pistons are kind of frozen, it'll be difficult. These are really, really smooth. So it makes it nice and easy. There's that. Make sure you've got, if there's any rubber. Yeah, this is actually smooth, but there we go. There's a rubber seal that goes around there. It looked like it was a little bit off, but looks like it's fine. So we're going to come back and we'll put the pads on, and we'll go from there. Here's our caliper bracket. I'm going to have to put this back on. Actually, we'll put these both on at the same time. Go ahead and put one pin in, the bottom pin. And again, you don't have to do it that way, it's just a little easier. Make sure you've got your bracket for this up in there. Just get them started. There we go. It's nice to work on a newer car. I mean, this is an 05, but you know, my stepkids, their cars are quite a bit older, so everything is a little bit more difficult to get out and to get in. So go ahead and tighten those up. You can tighten up the spec, torque ratings. I'm not exactly sure. I'm just going to get these boogers tight. So again, I'm not keeping the car. So tighten up those 2 19mm bolts, and then we'll come back and go to the rest. Okay, the next thing you want to do, same with the other pad. If you want to take off these spacers, and these pads are different. They're all 4 not the same. Here's the new pad. Just go ahead and snap that into place. Then you want to put your pads in. Take note, you usually tell which pad was the right one because you'll see the round mark there from the piston. So go ahead and place those inside of your caliper bracket. I'll show you on this side how they go in. Simply top and the bottom. You just push them in like such. Go ahead and get your caliper there. Get it all in there. Also, you probably want to add some little bit of, that's a little bit too much, but brake quiet on them. I like to put them on here, the back side. You don't want to get it on the caliper or the rotor though, so. Not really necessarily there per se. Put your pin back in and tighten them up. That's really it. Tighten them up, put your wheel on, take them for a test spin. When you first, since you did push those calipers in, when you first push on the brakes, you probably will get a little bit of, it'll feel like air in the line. It'll go down when you're backing out of your driveway. You hit it again, it'll be normal. So that's really it. I was hoping to make a better video, but it's not, like I said, I don't have a lot of light here right now. And I've got the door open, the garage door open, and it's pretty much raining out. It's kind of cruddy out right now. So, you can see, all nice and wet. So, here's the van. So, there you have it. Please feel free to post questions or comments. And as always, thanks for watching, and have a good one.